Guys, to keep updated on the latest crypto news or to get more videos like this that educate you on the nuances of crypto, check out my patreon.com/solotv84. That's patreon.com/solotv84. Thank you and have a great day. Initial video that I'm going to show this clip because it shows you visuals which will make it easier to process or understand what ETFs are. And once again, all credit to them for this first part of the video. Here we go.
An exchange-traded fund, or ETF, is a basket of securities that trade on an exchange, just like a stock does. An ETF is a marketable security, meaning it has an associated price that allows it to be easily bought and sold. ETFs can contain many types of investments, including stocks, commodities, bonds, or a mixture of investment types. There are various types of ETFs available to investors. Let's explore some popular options on the market today. Stock ETFs comprise a selection of stocks to track a single industry or sector. For example, a stock ETF might track automotive or foreign stocks. Bond ETFs invest in various fixed income securities, like corporate bonds or treasuries. Unlike bonds themselves, bond ETFs don't have a maturity date. Industry or sector ETFs are funds that focus on a specific sector or industry. For instance, an energy sector ETF will include companies operating in that sector, like natural gas, oil, and renewable energy companies. Commodity ETFs invest in commodities, including crude oil or gold. And holding shares in a commodity ETF is cheaper than physical possession of that commodity. Currency ETFs track the relative value of a currency or a basket of currencies, including foreign currencies. There's even an ETF option for Bitcoin. Inverse ETFs attempt to earn gains from stock declines by shorting stocks. Essentially, inverse ETFs are bets that the market will decline. When the market declines, an inverse ETF increases by a proportionate amount. While there are many types to choose from, all ETFs offer similar benefits: access to a wide variety of stocks, lower expense ratios, fewer broker commissions, and risk that is managed through a diverse portfolio.
Wondering, well, what does BlackRock have to do with this? Well, BlackRock is the biggest asset manager in the world, having over $9 trillion that they manage, okay? So BlackRock's proposed iShares Bitcoin ETF, which is the ticker symbol IBTC, appeared on Monday, and then it vanished on Tuesday. Well, it's back now, okay? And guys, I did verify this. I went on the DTC.com website. Here you see that I hit Control F, and here we have IBTC, okay? Now guys, this is one of the reasons why Bitcoin skyrocketed or rallied, because if BlackRock comes into the space, being one of the largest, if not the largest, asset manager, it's gonna bring in potentially future billions upon billions, and if we look out even decades ahead, possibly trillions upon trillions, okay? Now, I do want to bear in mind, guys, or let you guys know that the ETF for BlackRock, as of right now that I'm currently making this video, is not active yet. It's not official yet. And that's going to be the catalyst, I believe, or one of the catalysts that'll enable the next bull run to be able to catapult. So this is where you hear a lot of your favorite YouTubers talk about 100,000 BTC, 125,000 BTC, 150,000, and so forth, okay? First things first, guys, not to be on the hype train. While I am excited like everybody else, the BlackRock ETF first has to be approved and then active. And once it is, it's going to be one of the catalysts, okay? Now, guys, like anything, there are pros and cons to an ETF, so let's talk about it, okay? So the obvious pro is it makes it easy to buy for many people, especially retailers who already have access to, ETF buyers like Charles Schwab, Vanguard, etc. For people who may not be as tech savvy as yourself, for people who don't feel comfortable. Now, we know, guys, that crypto is meant to be having your own sovereignty, your own custody in regards to crypto, but there are some people that feel more comfortable having a third party manage it. It is what it is. Now, it is easier on taxes. So the reality is, if you buy and sell ETFs through your traditional brokerages, those sales should get rolled into the rest of your trading activity for the year. As most of you guys know, if you've done crypto taxes, using a software, while it's easy, can be very cumbersome and take a lot of time to do, okay? Me personally, because of how much I trade, I have an accountant who's very crypto savvy. It's not cheap, but it's definitely worth the price, okay? And so for some people who don't want to go through the rigmarole of having to figure out crypto taxes, they'd just rather have it through an ETF, which makes sense. And of course, the trust factor. Crypto has only been around for a decade, and there's some people who really don't trust crypto, or who don't trust themselves, let's be honest, in regards to know what they're doing. Yes, you can buy crypto through Coinbase or crypto.com or Uphold and other popular platforms or apps now that are available that weren't around just 4 or 5 years ago. However, some of these companies have been around for decades and centuries, and people just happen to trust those names, okay? Now, there are some cons, of course, to the ETF. Like anything, there's pros and cons. So it's not a one-on-one match with Bitcoin. Matching the price of Bitcoin is the goal, but it's not always a perfect match. The variance varies depending on the particular ETF and its holdings. Ongoing fee: if you own your Bitcoin outright, you don't pay any fees. Now, guys, we know that the only time you pay fees is if you send your Bitcoin out, or if you use it, right, to maybe buy something in a store or what have you. But an ETF, the fees can fluctuate, and though you probably will pay a one-time transaction fee when you buy and sell, with ETFs, the fees can vary. Now, loss of control. A central theme of many cryptocurrencies is the ability to own it without the need for institutions or government to intervene. If you own a Bitcoin ETF, you don't have any control over the holdings. Remember, guys, as I mentioned just earlier, it'll be a third party that'll control your Bitcoin ETF, okay? So at this juncture, guys, I really wanted to talk about this because I see a lot of people mentioning ETFs, and a lot of people may or may not know what that entails. And I know a lot of you guys do your research, but I wanted to make a video to just kind of put this all together for you guys, so that way you understand what I'm talking about or what some other people are talking about, and how this can impact crypto in the future. Anyway, I hope you have a fabulous day. God bless. Make sure to check out the Patreon, www.patreon.com/SoloTV84. That's www.patreon84/SoloTV84. Thank you.